Chit Chat with Double V with host Vivian Velez is a program that breaks down important national concerns, events, and stories, featuring newsmaker interviews and compelling features to add context, clarity, and answer the questions on your mind. Every Sundays from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on Radio Bandido TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, GMA Afforda Box, Easy Box, and all DTT boxes. Simulcast on DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Seen on Facebook /DZRJ 8:10 a.m. and YouTube channel DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Radio Bandido.
Are we live? I never know when we're live. We don't get any signal. Anyway, well, good Sunday afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Chit Chat with Double V, DZRJ 8:10 a.m. And, we're live in all of the DG boxes, TV boxes, and YouTube channel of RJ News and their Facebook site. And yes, it's 2 weeks post election 2022. So marami din po tayong pag-uusapan, and hopefully our guest will be siguro a little bit late. Ang aking co-anchor, Arlene Escalante, magpagaling ka. Pagod lang yan dito sa election. Alam ko, you campaigned very, very hard. And nanalo, no, si Vivian and Sara Duterte. And yan, pahinga ka lang. So medyo hindi po maganda yung pakiramdam ni Miss Arlene, but definitely I'm sure she'll recover right away, no? And also I want to greet some birthdays mo, mga may birthday ngayon. Yung si Jimmy Bondoc, magiging birthday niya sa May 27, and I want to greet him a happy birthday. Alam nyo, isa po to sa mga, si Jimmy kasi isa sa mga talagang nire-respeto ko sa industriya namin. Although nasa music industry siya, but nakasama ko po siya noong 2016 campaign with Duterte. And talaga namang isa yan sa mga talagang yung kanyang patriotism talagang hindi mo matatawaran. And isa siya dun sa mga nire-respeto ko, no, in terms of yung character, and talagang napakabait na tao. Happy birthday, Jimmy. And also to Miss Hannah, she's the owner, she's the beautiful, gorgeous owner of La Hermosa Spa, no? It's a wellness spa that's located in Angeles City, Pampanga. Yan ang aking sanctuary. So happy birthday to them. And yun nga, as I said, 2 weeks na ito, no? So siguro 2 weeks na tayong nakapagpahinga na rin, dito sa election. Ako medyo nagkasakit ako even prior to the election day. Talagang medyo siguro fatigue, no? At I was having cough and colds, and hindi naman siya COVID because I test myself every now and then. So luckily, no? Kasi nung campaign, alam naman po natin, di ba, nung campaign na talaga namang parang walang COVID, parang walang pandemic. I should say, parang wala siyang pandemic kasi nakita natin yung kung paano nagkaroon ng mga rallies, no, in different places. Ako din medyo talagang nasali rin ako dun sa mga rallies na or should I say sorties, no? Yung mga sorties po ni Isko Moreno. So nakita ko talaga yung mga tao, kung yung kay, of course, yung kay BBM and also kay Lenny, no? Na napakaraming tao in all of their sorties. So talagang, kumbaga, it's a good thing na talagang karamihan sa atin ay talagang vaccinated na, no? So hindi naman tumaas ang ating mga cases, which is really good. That means, the vaccine really works. And siguro yung iba dyan na kapag boosters, may mga booster shots na. And ako nakapag-booster shot na rin ako. And so, mas medyo daring na tayo going out, and really participating in the campaign. It was prior to the election, sabi ko siguro mga 3 months before, even December or January, I was even saying, sabi ko, paano kaya, is it going to be a credible election in terms of turnouts? Kasi sabi ko, nasa pandemic pa tayo, so that means baka yung turnout ng ating election will not be as, walang masyadong makakaboto, yung mga ganyan. So, I was even saying baka mga 50% lang ang makaboto. But, I was proven wrong kasi, the tally, the certificates of canvass indicated that at least 55.5 Filipinos exercise their right to suffrage. So parang talagang that is about 82.6%, no, out of the 67.4 million registered voters. So that's a very, very good turnout, I think. At 82%, napaka ang dami nun, no? And in fact, when we were watching the Halalan 2022, on that day, medyo nagkaroon din kami ng live coverage with Daily Tribune, so we were monitoring the election proper, at nakita naman namin na talagang ang dami talagang bumoto. In fact, talagang maaga pa lang ang haba-haba na ng mga pila. And hopefully, hindi ko na siya na-monitor afterwards kung talagang, kasi we were open until 7 p.m., no? 6 o'clock in the morning up to 7 p.m. So, pero ang dami-dami pa pong mga nakapila, ng mga 6 o'clock, 6:30, talagang ang haba-haba pa ng pila. So, hopefully, lahat naman nakapila, but we heard some news na may mga isolated cases naman na hindi yata napagbigyan na yung iba na makaboto. So, kasi parang mayroong within radius, I think, I'm not so sure, 300 meters radius, na kung sino lang yung mga nandun, sila lang ang pwedeng what do you call that, makaboto, no, on that day. So, medyo, that was a good turnout. I was proven wrong na talagang ang ating mga kababayan siguro ay talagang excited to really vote. May study nga na sinasabi sila na talagang minsan pagka may mga hardship, that is the time when people really want to go out and vote and voice out, no? So siguro this is one of those. And yung average turnout ng mga ibang elections, yung prior, yung mga last 3 elections, is about 78%. And but noong 2016, kala ko nga ito na yung pinakamataas na voting turnout, no? But eventually noong 2016, talagang mas mataas yung turnout natin. Naging 84% ang bumoto, no? So yun ang pinaka-highest voting na turnout. Now, I just want to give a premise kasi parang maano lang natin kung ano yung mga datas, no? Yung like yung COMELEC was showing na at least 471, 678 Filipinos abroad were able to vote. And that is really good. Pero na-monitor din po natin, like in Italy, may mga parang yung mga voting places nila, yung mga voting precinct, kasi nasa mga embassy lang naman nila, talagang nandun lang sila sa labas para bumoto. I think, and also some of the paraphernalias na medyo na-delay. And nakita rin natin sa Hong Kong, talagang napakahaba ng mga pila nila doon sa Hong Kong. At eventually, kasi naman pala, ang turnout natin is talagang, maganda ang turnout. But, 471, it's not even 50% because ang registered voters po natin sa mga overseas workers natin, as yung mga Filipinos abroad that can vote, registered voters, almost 1.8, I think it's about 1.8 or 1.9 million. So that's not even half. Siguro meron po dyan na mga, should we say na hindi na sila doon. They're not based there anymore, and baka yung mga iba nakauwi na rin, at hindi na na-transfer yung kanilang voters list at para makapag-register naman dito sa Manila. So I guess merong mga ganyan. And alam na natin kung sino yung mga nanalo. Babasahin po natin kung sino yung mga talagang sorry po, medyo inuubo pa tayo for 2 weeks na to. So nag-concede na po syempre, it's always a gentleman at ang unang nag-concede doon for presidentiables, si Isko Moreno Dumagoso. So nag-concede na po siya. Siya yung unang-unang nag-concede. I think even a day after, right? A day after, nag-concede na siya. So, and then followed by Manny Pacquiao after about 2 days. Nag-concede na rin po siya. At definitely we know na si Leni Robredo did not concede. In fact, nagsalita pa po si Kiko Pangilinan na, they don't believe in the outcome of the election. So pag-usapan din po natin yan mamaya kung is our election credible or not, di ba? Siyempre, marami pong we need to consider many aspects, kung yung credibility ng ating election. In fact, yung sasabihin ko, yung case ko, we were so much really surprised on a 1.9 votes na nakuha niya. In fact, even doon sa bailiwick niya na Manila and even Tondo, he didn't make it. And but of course, si Mayora Lacuna, si Doktora, and all si Yul Servo, yung vice mayor, and all the councilors really made it. At medyo malaki-laki po ang mga agwat. So we were surprised by that. But then, syempre, ang ating kandidato, si Isko Moreno, already conceded. At kung sino naman yung kandidato, syempre, if ever he feels na it was not a credible or with integrity yung kanyang yung naging election, I'm sure he will say something. So, but he did not. So nag-concede na siya. So we'll just have to, respect the outcome of that election. Nakapagsalita na po ang ating taong bayan. At, overwhelmingly, si Bongbong Marcos won it by 31 million votes. Actually, first time in history na talagang 31 million ang bumoto sa kanya. So first time po yan. In fact, kung sasabihin mong 31 million, that's more than what? 67 million ang sabi nilang registered voters and 55.5 million ang bumoto. So that's more than 50%. So, congratulations at, we made history with that and it was highly, talagang, alam natin, nung talagang campaign, talagang by numbers, ang sabi natin, yung mga rallies, in fact, ang dami mga fake news, hindi natin alam kung ano yung totoo, yung bilang ng mga pumupunta doon sa mga rally, doon nila binibilang yung kanilang magiging boto, which proved to be wrong, no? Kasi alam naman natin na kung sino yung mga pumupunta sa mga rally, doesn't mean na sila rin yung bumoboto at hindi nga natin alam kung kung registered voters din sila o nanonood ng concert. Anyway, well, Lacson has yet to deliver a concession speech, but nonetheless, he already admitted defeat, no? Pero wala siyang, a concession speech na ginawa. But he announced, his plan to really enjoy peace and quiet, after decades in government, rightly so, well-deserved, si Senator Ping Lacson. So, in other words, medyo talagang magre-retire na siya, no? But we were expecting sana na magkaroon ng concession speech at, just to, para lang magkaroon ng, ng closure, so to speak. Ngayon, right after election, I think a day or 2 days after, nagkaroon na naman tayo. I mean, we are marred with different protests here and there, no? Nanggagaling dun sa kampo ni Lenny Robredo. So, we're just hoping na sana magkaroon na rin ng closure ito. At, as we keep on saying, nung campaign pa, that we cannot really afford another 6 years of bangayan kasi hindi na po natin kaya, kailangan pong bumangon tayo sa ating economy, di ba? Meron pang nagsasabi ngayon na, yung sinasabi nila na yung ating economy, yung funds, no, na kay Marcos, no, parang wala na yata siyang matatanggap na any funding from the government at this point because yung kanyang 6 months. Anyway, pag-usapan din po natin yan later on and yung gusto ko lang kasing balikan, no, yung how the credibility of the 2022 election. Kasi nagkaroon ng kasi prior to election, ang dami ng mga false narratives na baka may cheating na mangyayari sa 2022 elections. Alam naman natin beforehand, no, nagkaroon tayo yung Smartmatic was compromised na sinasabi nila at tapos wala naman naging conclusion doon. And then yung tinatawag natin na strong social media influence, yan talagang kumbaga hindi nagkaroon ng limit, no? Hindi ko alam kung paano ginawa ng COMELEC. Siguro definitely they cannot. Mahirap kasing walang ability ang government natin to monitor or even regulate yung ating sinasabing social media, no? Ang dami-daming fake news. And then na marami pang sinasabi sila na ang dami-daming troll farm na talaga namang para sa akin ay really medyo na-experience ko yung troll farm na yon, kasi parang talagang kumbaga pag kami nilalabas akong post or anything, yung sa kinakampanya kong candidate, ay talaga namang super attack, no? Talaga super attack. And not only that you can really look at that look at their profile. Ang tawag doon kasi yung avatars, no? Yung kanilang mga profile pictures and photos. Makikita mo naman talaga na parang, it is newly uh, parang bagong profile, bagong Facebook page, no, na ginawa lang nila. So hindi na regulate ng social media ng ating COMELEC, of course. How can they? Kasi nga sabi nga natin, paano nga i-regulate? Hindi naman, wala naman silang way yata to monitor, no? And with that, that is also a form of campaign kasi alam naman natin na talagang yung social media is a big influence, 'di ba, on us, and most of lalo na pandemic pa tayo, so most of the people cannot really even go out or even participate, pero nakita rin naman natin na talaga marami rin nag-participate. So we can't even look at it in a way na parang social media na lang ang campaign, because that did not happen. Ngayon, hindi siya na-regulate, and so I am sure some of the candidates really took advantage of that. Ang ibig ko lang sabihin is kasi alam naman natin may cap, di ba? Pagdating sa election, kailangan yung gastos mo talaga na monitor din ng COMELEC. That I have to find out kung ano ang gagawin ng COMELEC in terms of really counting, no? Kasi meron ako mga nakita na nilabas ng COMELEC ng mga budgets of each candidates. Pero hindi ako sang-ayon dun sa mga budget na pinaglalagay nila. Kasi dun, yung mga budget na yon parang kumbaga sa parang na lang siya. Parang nilagay na lang doon na, okay, ito yung naging budget namin. So how do you know, di ba? So when it comes to yung mga sinasabi ko nga sa social media, kung meron kang farm troll or troll farm, meaning troll farm, kung meron kang ganon, hindi mo naman i-declare yun. But we can see from the way it looks, talaga nagkaroon ng mga ganon. Ayun, experience ko yun. So nobody can say, no, that's not true, because I have experienced it. And some of my friends have experienced it. Kaya nga parati kong sinasabi that there's a silent majority. Kasi ayaw na po talagang lumabas yung mga tao. Dahil pag lumabas pa sila, mababash lang din sila. So that siguro, consider din natin yan in the future, I guess, that at least we have to regulate somehow. The COMELEC, the government has to regulate. Tapos ang dami talagang fake news. Ang nakakabahala din is because of the fake news na talagang totally out of control, no? Talagang kahit na lang kung anong sabihin mo, no? Well, that goes to all the candidates. Nagkaroon naman lahat ng mga fake news sa mga kandidato natin. I think ang pinakamalakas na naging mga fake news dyan is yung kay Marcos, no, kay BBM, and also kay Leni Robredo. No? Talagang nakikita ko naman yung mga below the belt na rin na mga fake news na nilalagay nila. And each candidate naman has to always refute, no? Otherwise, pag hindi ka naman nag-refute, pero meron namang mga hindi fake news na totoo naman, pero i-refute din ng mga kandidato na sasabihin nila hindi totoo. So, marami rin ganon, at by experience also, nagkakaroon ng debate dyan sa mga social media. I was one of those proponents ng 203 billion estate tax, no, dun sa mga Marcoses. Of course, that was denied. But then, we have to prove otherwise. Naglabas pa tayo ng mga yung ating mga Supreme Court rulings, yung mga ganyan. And speaking about that, sana naman po in 2000, yung 203 billion, whatever it is, kung ano man ang magiging accounting nila, siguro naman our presumptive president will own up to it, di ba? Sayang din yung 203 billion. And then, yung mga nakikita nating vote buying. Yung vote buying napaka-rampant. I mean, I'm sorry to say, talaga namang sobrang rampant ng ating vote buying. But then, of course, our COMELEC commissioner, nagsabi naman na hindi naman porke nanalo ka na or na-proclaim ka na, ligtas ka na dito sa vote buying na ito. That was good news, at least sana talagang panindigan ng COMELEC yan at talagang imbestigahan lahat ng mga vote buying. Kaya po natin nalalaman at saka nasasabing napaka-rampant, it's also because probably of the social media. Kasi talagang ang daming mga footage. I am sure most of you who are in social media, talagang mapapanood nyo itong mga sabihin na natin mga clips, by ordinary citizen. And then tapos ida-download lang nila sa Facebook. So makikita mo talaga na talagang wow, vote buying nga yun. And then, so these are all evidences. So mga talagang solid evidence naman ito na makikita mo kasi, video footage of this vote buying. It's so degrading in a way kasi parang hindi na tayo nakalagpas doon. I was saying this prior to the election. Ang sabi ko nga, ang hirap kasi, syempre, hindi mo naman maiaalis dun sa mga tao. In fact, yung sinasabi nating rally ng mga for hire, nakita rin po natin yan na talagang buses, talagang ang daming buses na talagang kumbaga, ang sinasabi nga natin parang hakot na siya. So pagka sinabi mong hakot, and then ihahakot nila yon, tapos meron mga nagsasabi, allegedly, na may nagsasabi na 500, 1,000 pesos. Meron tayong footage yung nakita natin in a van na nagbabayad, O ilan sila dun sa van, sabihin nila 7 sila, then they'll give 7,000. So, I don't know if that is considered, of course, hindi considered ba yun na vote buying? Parang there's a gray area kasi parang rally yon. So, yung sa rally, binabayaran nila yung tao para to appear in a rally. Parang akala mo marami nagsusupport dun sa kandidato. So, napakarami nun. At alam natin na maraming, kumbaga sa ang daming maraming what we can say is talagang kalat na kalat yan sa social media natin. And so hindi ko alam kung pati yon kung they'll investigate that, So yung vote buying na sinasabi naman natin sa election mismo. So yun, wala tayong masyadong nakita mga footages dun sa mga vote buying na, meron tayong mga nakita a few vote buying na sinasabi nila na parang binibigyan nila ng pera na, wala pang investigation dyan. Pero ang sinabi nga ng COMELEC, as I was saying kanina, na kahit na nanalo ka na, hindi pa rin na nakakasigurado kasi if it's proven na ma-prove talaga na nagkaroon ng vote buying, then di ba pwede kang disqualify. So that is one disqualification. Okay, of course, yung credibility ng ating eleksyon ang ating pinag-uusapan ngayon. Ano? At meron tayong mga gustong yung basahin dun sa ating mga hi Mirna Reyes, Ryan Aguilar is also watching, Samuel, and okay. So pero ang sinasabi naman nila dun sa credibility ng ating yung transmission rate. Noong una, marami nagsasabi bakit daw ang bilis-bilis ng mga transmission kasi by 8 or 9 o'clock, parang alam na natin kung sino nanalo. No? Siguro ba, probably because of the disparity, I mean, like for instance, yung kay Bongbong na 31 million, against how many millions of Lenny Robredo, who was second, no? Parang ilang millions yata ang difference. So parang ang layo ng difference. So by 8 or 9 o'clock, nalalaman na natin kung sino yung mananalo. But yung match rate ng pre-transmission paper election returns ng mga ERs, 98% was the match rate ng pre-transmission. So that is good kasi if we can say that yung match rate na yon dun sa transmission, so that's a good rate, no? Pero marami rin tayo nakita na mga some people shading, or di ba may mga nakita tayo na may mga nagsishade na sila mismo. I don't know how they can do that, no? Alam ko accounted for naman lahat ng mga ballots, no? So paano yun? May mga naka-registered pa na mga registered voters na hindi naman talaga mga botante. So nailagay lang sila as a registered voters. Kasi how can they? No? Kasi ang alam ko, pagka nagpapadala sila ng mga blank, yung mga ballots natin, sa mga polling places, accounted for yon. Kasi parang kumbaga, ako nga, when I voted, meron talagang equivalent, no, yung number ko na nakalagay talaga dun sa balota. So that is for me. That ballot is for me. So that is intended for me. So kung hindi ako nakaboto, wala na yung boto niyon. So malalaman yun dun sa accounting. Pero anyway, nagkaroon po tayo noon at tapos marami po yung 950 defective. Maraming 950 more or less defective VCM, no? Yung ating vote counting machines, no? So but then, when you talk about 950, that is less than 1% of the total number of VCMs. So that is not even 1% or even 2% or even 5%. So parang ang sinasabi nila, it will not change the outcome of the returns, no? Hindi siya, kumbaga, parang non-bearing. Now, syempre, iimbestigahan pa rin ito ng COMELEC at yun nga, hindi natin alam yung mga protest na yan, will it prosper? Ang sabi nga nila, huwag natin daanin, no, sa street protest. Kasi kahit paano, economy-wise, at saka yung ating mga investors, lalo na yung mga foreign investors, pagka medyo magulo po ang ating bansa, syempre, it's a turn-off. At pati yung ating mga local investors, no? This will have an effect with our economy. So, kung may mga protestang ganyan, and sa nakita ko naman, kasi 2 weeks na, parang there was only there's 2 or 3, no? Nakita ko na may big protest. One is yung una-una dun sa COMELEC. Of course, marami mga nag-protest, like yung mga UPs, ang sinasabi nga nila, hindi raw sila papasok under a Marcos administration. So I think that's kind of like kung akin yung anak ko. I mean, tapos hindi mo papasukan yung eskwelahan mo. I think that is, medyo hindi naman siguro tama yon. At kung ako yung magiging magulang mo, na hindi ka pumasok, no, just because. Kasi meron naman talaga mga legal process. Yun nga yung sinasabi nila, if you want to ventilate these issues from counting to canvassing, yung mga anomalies, constituting election offense, meron naman po tayong mga proper venues. When we talk about proper venues, alam naman natin, nandyan yung, House of Representatives, Electoral Tribunal, nandyan yung set na tinatawag nila, which is the Senate Electoral Tribunal, and of course, the Presidential Electoral Tribunal, yung PEP. Tama po yun kasi lahat naman dapat ilagay sa tamang proseso. Sang-ayon po ako dun. At kaya lang, kung iisipin mo, ano po ba talaga ang nangyayari dito sa mga protestang ito? I mean, of course, the most famous protest that happened was with BBM himself, diba? In 2016, nagprotesta po si Bongbong Marcos, against Leni Robredo, at umabot talaga sila sa Supreme Court. Napakatagal na inabot ilang years. I think even almost nagkaroon na lang ng resolution was 5 years after. So, is it effective? Does it really work? Kasi alam ko, there were complaints from BBM camp at that time na talagang inupuan ng mga ibang justices yung kaso, and then why does it take 5 years? Diba? Justice delayed is justice denied. So, will it prosper? Magkano yung binayad niya? I think ang binayad ni Bongbong Marcos dun sa protest niya was about 60 million. 60 million. But did it prove anything? I mean, nagkaroon tayo ng haka-haka, of course, definitely, that has to be investigated. Kaya nga inimbestigahan nila yan, nagkaroon ng recount, I think. Ang parang sinasabi pa nila na dagdagan pa yung boto ni Leni Robredo instead of sabihin na natin na, nagkaroon ng miscount or something, or because of the system. Kasi parang nangyari yata yun, yung parang natulog lang tayo. Kaya, that phrase of walang tulugan, dahil natulog lang tayo, tandaan ko rin yun because, I was really watching that. And then nagkaroon lang ng parang a smart matic guy came in and then changed yung ating yung programming and to Enye or something. And then all of a sudden, biglang na turn na yung the counting, no, kasi ang ahead noon was BBM. So I'm asking, no, dadaan natin yan sa talagang proseso. Will it be effective? Will it be, kumbaga, give justice? Kasi ang alam kong medyo naging successful was yung kay Pimentel and Subiri. No? But then, nakaupo yata si Subiri siguro mga ilang months na lang, no? Prior to another election. So, pero nakaupo naman si Pimentel noon at the time, si Coco Pimentel, nakaupo naman siya as senator. And it was proven na nagkaroon ng counting miscount. No? So, hindi naman natin po pwede sabihin 100%. As I was saying kanina, na medyo hindi nga ako naniniwala dun sa 1.9 ni Isko, di ba? Pero of course, ang sabi nila news ko, ang sinabi pala ng isang friend ko nga sabi niya, alam mo, Vibs, yung mga ganyang dayaan naman kasi is somehow that is part of the election process, no? Electoral process. Parang sinasabi nila na huwag ka magpadaya. Parang ganon. But then, sinasabi rin ni Amy Marcos, Senator Amy Marcos, he was really proposing to everyone na sana gawin na lang hybrid. Ako, naniniwala rin ako dito sa hybrid na ito kasi parang sa akin, yung ating Smartmatic, parang I really don't trust Smartmatic in a way dahil tinanggal na yan sa mga ibang other countries that used to use dating ginagamit, no, yung Smartmatic. I think in the US, hindi na siya, binawal na siya sa US. And nagsabi na rin si Presidente, no, I don't know what happened at kung bakit sila pa rin. It was parang renewed kasi parang si Presidente said it from before na sabi niya gano'n, papalitan na natin yung Smartmatic. So I guess hindi natin napalitan yan because of budget. Kasi napakalaki rin ng budget, no, na kailangan, no, bago mapalitan lahat yung ating, the process that we have to go through. So anyway, sorry, yung ating Senate, I am so happy na syempre yung ating si Robin Padilla, siya yung naging #1 senator at 26 million, no? 26 million plus votes. At nagpapasalamat din kami because we know that lalo na yung mga nag-advocate ng federalism kasi yan ang talagang plataforma niya, no? And he said it many times, and even ngayon right after the proclamation talagang nag-form na siya ng kanyang mga team, no, to help him out. Yan si Sal Panelo, of course si Attorney Sal Panelo is nakakalungkot at napakagaling din niyang lawyer, napakagaling din na sana, no, na maging isa sa mga senador, pero hindi sila pinalad. Of course also si Attorney Larry Gadon, no. But then really thinking about it, kung isipin mo yung 6 out of the 24 members ng Senate are related, di ba? Andyan si Pia Cayetano at saka yung kapatid niya ngayon nanalo, si Alan Peter Cayetano, di ba? Yung mga, syempre, nakapasok ulit yung dalawang magkapatid, no? Si Jinggoy Estrada and of course si JV Ejercito. Okay. So, and then, nandyan din si Cynthia Villar at nakapasok naman yung kanyang anak na si Mark Villar. So, really, 25% of the upper chamber natin, yung ating mga senator, comes from a political dynasties. Okay. So, I'm not happy about it, but individually, I like these people, Alan Peter, of course, si Mark Villar, but then, to really think about it, na talagang sila-sila na lang ba? Kasi yan yung isang campaign namin, nung kampanya, sinasabi nga namin, sana iba naman, sana bago naman, di ba? Even President Duterte appealed to everyone na sana bago naman ang ating mga ihalal, no, na mga senador. So I guess kung sino lang yung familiar or I don't know, hindi ko pa makuha yung psyche ng ating mga Filipino when it comes to really voting or populist, parang sa masa kung ano yung appeal sa kanila, no? Si Robin Padilla, because of course, he is a celebrity. of course, he took advantage of that position, being a celebrity. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, anyone can really enter into politics and binoto naman siya ng mga tao. But with Robin kasi, nakita ko may plataforma siya. Meron siyang gustong gawin. At gusto ko yung gusto niyang gawin. Yun ang napaka-importante no. So whatever people are saying, in fact, I'm very amazed on how he matured. You know, pag nakikita ko siya at dun sa kanya mga interviews, even my father, my dad was even saying to me, sabi niya gano'n, bilib ako dun kay Robin. Pagka ini-interview siya, very sensible. Yun nga, as I said, from the very beginning, ito yung gusto kong gawin. No? It's so funny how Drelon really parang minimized yun. Parang, alam mo na, sinasabi nila na mag-aral pa kayo. Or, you know, of course, merong ano yan, orientation. Hindi ka naman papasok kagad, but alam mo ba, senator ka na kagad, eh. Pagkatapos pagpasok mo, alam mo na kung ano yung mga protocols, di ba? Natural, kailangan pag-aralan mo pa yan, may mga orientation yan. But, you know, ang importante doon, hindi ka nagnanakaw at hindi ka magnanakaw at hindi ka nag-influensya na para kang, you know, who Drelon is, di ba? So, para sa akin, you know, Robin Padilla is really a fresh, senator to be in the Senate, in the upper chamber. Kilala ko si Robin personally and I know him. Talagang sobrang matulungin yan. But of course, that's not enough because policy making ang upper chamber natin. So, but he is so inclined into, you know, changing yung charter change natin. Ano. At nakiusap din naman si Presidente. Of course, isa yan sa naging plataforma rin ni President Duterte noong 2016 is yung federalism. At ang sabi ko nga, hindi niya nagawa ito. You know, those promises. Yung isa sa mga promise niya. But of course, he has done so much. You know, yung achievements niya are so many achievements kahit na he was hampered by the Cory Constitution, the 1987 Constitution. Alam natin yan, it was hampered. You know, it was something that, sabi ko nga, how can you affect change kung ganyan ang ating constitution, isang bulok na constitution. So hopefully with Robin Padilla, he'll do it, but he's really bent and he's really determined to do it. So we will be helping him out in this advocacy, you know, ating federalism. And I guess, you know, after about 6 years, kasi nagkaroon naman din tayo ng konting kaalaman na pinaalam sa ating mga taong bayan. Nagkaroon po tayo ng konting pondo dyan, the government funded. You know, alam ko sa DILG, they gave funds para magkaroon ng pag-aralan, suriin ng ating taong bayan kasi eventually sila rin magkakaroon tayo ng plebiscite at sila rin ang boboto, no, if they want this kind of form of government. And with that, yung sinasabi po natin federalism, halos nandun na rin po tayo because of the Mandanas ruling. Isa pa yan, yun sa Mandanas ruling na yan. Gusto ko rin pag-usapan natin yan, but okay, gusto ko lang munang anuhin natin, no, yung ating mga composition dito sa Senate na mangyayari, no, because it's very, very interesting. Siguro isa to sa mga kaabang-abang, no, dahil because of the characters and the personalities or the senators that has been voted. At ang nakakaano doon is, you know, currently ang super minority lang na nanalo sa opposition dito sa re-electionist si Riza Hontiveros. So she made it to the top 12. luckily. Kasi talagang, alam mo, napansin ko na rin yan. Sabi ko, pero nanalo ba itong si Risa? Because I know there's a lot of criticism, di ba? Maraming mga, she was being criticized a lot, no? Because parang opposition siya, no, to a popular President Duterte. Pero nakita ko po kasi, nag-ikot-ikot din po tayo nationwide dun sa ating mga campaign. Talagang ang daming niyang ang daming niyang tarpaulins, ang daming niyang mga posters all over. Talagang sabi ko, wow, gumasos talaga si Risa. Among all the senators, talagang makikita mo, in fact, mas marami pa siyang posters kaysa kay Isko Moreno. So, I guess it worked well for her at nakapasok siya sa top 12. No? So that would be interesting to see. No? Dahil siya yung parang super minority na tinatawag natin na nakapasok. Okay, so then Robin Padilla, Lauren Ligarda, Raffy Tulfo, si Raffy, medyo ang dami-dami niya mga sinasuggest na hindi ko gusto. But we'll see. Of course, si Win Gatchalian, Jesus Cadero, Mark Villar, Alan Cayetano, si Meg Subiri, mga dati na yan, Joel Villanueva, of course, si JV, and si Jingboy. No? So, ang talagang bagong mukha lang dyan would be tatlo, no? Si Robin Padilla, si Mark Villar, at saka si Raffy Tulfo. So, ang dami-dami po nating gusto pa sana makapasok. Of course, si Gibo was a good candidate sana for that mix. And of course, Rodante Marcoleta, but nag-withdraw na siya, no? And hindi pa natin malaman kung bakit siya nag-withdraw. Pero ang sinasabi niya because yung chances niya of winning is medyo hindi na maganda. Isa pa yan dapat na pag-usapan natin is yung ating mga surveys. Kasi kung talagang papansinin mo, ang mga naging mga lumabas ng mga surveys, parang yun yung lumabas. Parang naging exit poll. Talagang yun ang mga lumabas na even the percentage, no, ng mga lumalabas kay Marcos, kay BBM at saka kay Sara, no. But prior to that naman kasi, alam naman natin, we are part of that Sara run, pero hindi siya tumakbo as president, so tumakbo lang siya as VP. But prior to the filing of candidacy noong October 5, mataas na po talaga ang rating ni Sara Duterte. In fact, sinasabi nga natin, parang lumakas lang ng lumakas lang si Bongbong because of because of Sara. So, but just the same, yung mga survey natin, yun din ang lumabas dun sa election. Nagkataon lang ba yun o talaga napakagaling ng mga surveys natin? Or na kaya tayo magbutuhan? Mag-survey na lang kaya tayo? kasi doon sa mga survey, paano naman yung nalalabas sila sa survey? Parang yun din ng lumalabas sa eleksyon, di ba? Mahal po sa eleksyon, So anyway, I was just, saying that. Kasi talagang, when they said 60%, well, yeah, 60% nga yung pinanalo ni President, presumptive Bongbong Marcos, President Bongbong Marcos. Okay, but, just the same, yung nga sinasabi natin na natapos na ang eleksyon. Tapos na po ang eleksyon. At, yung number 1, 2, yung number 2 lang ang hindi pa nagko-concede. But that was, ina-expect po natin yun na hindi siya magko-concede. So alam na po natin na gano'n ang mangyayari. And hindi ko lang alam kung saan makakarating yung kanilang protesta. At but the way we look at it, I don't think makakabuti yon sa bansa. We're just hoping na sana. Pero alam nyo, nangyari yan noong 2016, ano, yung kay Presidente Duterte, di ba? Kaya nga nagkaroon ng isang Leni Robredo na isang VP na was not even supporting our president because from the onset, talagang, kumbaga, binanatan niya na ng binanatan si Presidente Duterte noon at that time. So, are we expecting another 6 years of that? Sana naman hindi na. I mean, for all intents and purposes, talagang kumbaga, ibigay na natin, kung sabihin na natin na daya or hindi na daya or whatever it is. I mean, you subjected yourself to a electoral process. And yun, nagsalita ang taong bayan, sabi nila majority ang nanalo. Wow, 31 million. That is history in the making. So let's bigay na natin, i-prove nyo sa Supreme Court or sa PEP, yan ang i-prove nyo, mag-file kayo. Pero wag na tayo mag-protest sa kasi ganun din naman ang ginawa ni BBM, di ba? Nagpunta siya, he did legal process. He went through with the process at yun na lang din sana ang gawin natin. Kasi talagang we cannot really afford a division. Hindi natin kaya at this point. At hindi natin talaga kakayanin. Alam natin yan na hindi po pwedeng mangyari na nagkakaroon tayo ng protesta sa streets and protesting pa rin ang election. So nagkaroon na ng nag-concede na si Manny at saka si Isko. So let it be. At kami naman, of course, I did not support Bongbong Marcos, but nagsalita na rin ang majority. And we will support Bongbong Marcos. Kahit na ano pa yung mga nasabi natin ng eleksyon, kalimutan na natin yun. That is yung divisiveness na nangyari sa atin dito sa election. I think isa to sa mga talagang contested election campaign na nangyari nitong 2022. So, para sa akin, parati rin sinasabi yan ng ating kandidato, si Isko Moreno, Dumagoso, wag nating ilagay ang puot sa ating puso at maging, let's put peace in our heart na talagang kung natalo tayo, and we'll have to support the majority of the people if that was kasi haka-haka pa naman yung sinasabi natin na the credibility of the election or the credibility of the process we'll just have to improve. Every time na magkakaroon tayo ng election, let's improve until we can get even 90% na talagang cheat free, kung meron tayong matatawag na ganon, na walang cheating. Which is, I think, medyo matagal-tagal po siguro nating sana naman sa next national election talagang ganun na talaga ang mangyari. So, yes, what do we expect? I don't know if we're going to cut for a break. Tingnan natin doon sa station natin kasi usually at 6 p.m. nagka-cut tayo sa break. But then, okay, let's just continue dahil wala naman silang sinasabi dito sa station natin. And gusto ko lang siguro let's tackle kung what do we expect in the coming administration. Yun ang importante ngayon. As we kung magiging presidente na si Bongbong Marcos, ano po ang ina-expect natin doon sa kanyang candidacy? Of course, definitely, sana, as what they were saying, yung campaign pa, and even with my friends, kasi marami po akong mga kaibigan na talagang sumuporta kay Bongbong Marcos, as they were saying, na talagang nung unang bugso ng kanyang, even now, no, yung kanyang presidency, at sinasabi nga because, he was the son of a dictator, na-oust na yan, so bakit pa natin ibabalik yan, at mga ganyan, no? So sana, this time, we should be proven wrong. I pray na talagang dapat sana na hindi na kami, mali lahat yung ating mga pinag-iisipan. And we hope that he can, Bongbong Marcos or Marcos Jr. can really prove us wrong na talagang, malilinis niya, no, kung ano yung mga legacy na naiwan ng father niya. Or even, malagpasan pa niya yan because we really need a good president at this point. And for all we know, di ba, baka dumating and after 6 years and we can say, oh my gosh, it never sees, hindi ko siya nakita na magiging ganon. And that is what we're praying for. We will support him 101% and, his presidency. And we hope na talagang he will turn out to be one of the best presidents that we'll ever have. And of course, pero syempre, reality bites, ang sabi nga nila, pagpasok daw niya ng first 6 months, wala daw siyang pera. Wala siyang dadatnan na pera, no, sa gobyerno, no? And we'll have to expect that. It's not his fault. At yun na nga, sasabihin na naman natin, ayan, we're so easy to criticize. Sana naman hindi, alamin muna natin ang istorya because, na-release na po yung 90% of the budget ng Duterte administration. It really, dahil siguro, because they want to make sure na yung mga projects na inalaan ng Duterte administration matapos for at least this year, no? So 90% of that budget. So wala pong pera for the first 6 months ang administrasyon ni Bongbong Marcos. Ngayon, meron po tayong mga naririnig. Let me have some meron po tayong mga naririnig na yung sinasabi nilang BBM na package, yung Bayan Bangon Muli. Bayan Bangon Muli. Okay, so this is parang a package, no, na parang Bayanihan Act. So they want to have at least fresh funds, yung parang stimulus package. This is a stimulus package actually. So now they'll have to create the special funds for this. So I don't know how are they going to do this kasi nga wala nga siyang budget for the first 6 months. No, saan nila kukuha? So they'll have to at least be creative, no? One of the possible measures being eyed is to help fund this package is really yung postponement nung December 2022 barangay and youth election. So yon, medyo malaki po yon kasi that is about 8-point-something billion in savings. No? So kung ipopostpone po natin yung barangay election ng December, at least magkakaroon po ng 8 billion funds si President Marcos, si BBM. So magkakaroon siya because, kailangan talaga makakuha ng mga fundings and hindi naman pwedeng realignment lang ng budget ng tinatawag nila nire-realign. Like for instance, they'll get budgets from different agencies at yun ang ilalagay muna nila at hindi nila pwedeng like, sa amin dun sa FDCP, of course, yung Film Development Council, nabawasan din yan, yung NCCA, nabawasan din yan ng mga budgets because nilagay nila yan lahat sa stimulus package, yung Bayanihan Act. Kasi nga, kailangan po natin ng mga funds at that time, to dun sa ating mga ayudas na naibigay ng ating gobyerno, no, para sa taong bayan at that time ng mga walang trabaho ang mga tao at sarado mostly the commerce, ating mga stores and almost all the companies are closed down, no, in 2020. So yan, but magkakaroon din nga yung BBM na tinatawag nila na bangon, what was that? Bayan Bangon Muli, no, BBM, stimulus package. And sana yon, kung mapupuspone natin yung barangay election ng December, ang swerte ng ating mga barangay captains na mga nakaupo ngayon kasi may extend sila. So for how many months, we don't know kung ilan ang paano ang postponement. Hindi ko alam, I'm not so familiar with the law, the constitutional law, when it comes to postponement, kung ilang months. I think siguro probably would be about 6 months, no? But by that time, magkakaroon na yon ng election. So now, ang medyo nakakabahala pa, no, pagpasok, of course, ni President Bongbong Marcos would be the Mandanas ruling. Kasi dito sa Mandanas ruling, it's really, in a nutshell, it's really increasing the share of national government tax revenue. And then it will be transferred to local governments. So yan is, kumbaga, it has to be applied already. So this 2022, i-apply natin yung Mandanas ruling na yan. And, actually, this is the case, no? Specification kasi nito, yung sharing ng LGUs, known as the IRA, yung Internal Revenue Allotment, must be computed based on all national taxes, not just from the NIRT, the National Internal Revenue Taxes. So, ito, lahat na po ng taxes, kasi ngayon po may 60-40 tayo. So 60% goes to the national government and 40% goes to the LGUs. Ngayon, ang national, kinukompute nila yan, hindi po kasama ang Bureau of Customs when it comes to this national, yung pagkumpuni ng ating mga taxes na pinaghahatian. So ngayon kasama na ang Bureau of Customs. So lahat ng mga customs, custom duties, mga ganun, may isasama na yan sa IRA. So ang sinasabi ko na yung percentage, no, na mapupunta ngayon at mapapaghatian out of the 100%, 15% madadagdag doon sa IRA ng local government. So kung madadagdag ang 15% doon sa 40%, so more or less magkakaroon ng 55%, tama ba yung math ko? So 55%. So mababawasan ng mga 20%. Bakit 20%? Saan napunta yung 5%? Kasi yung 5% sa BARM block grant yun. Yung BARM kasi 5% ang ibinibigay natin dyan sa BARM. Okay, so 20% ang mababawas ngayon sa national government funds, no? So kung mababawasan siya ng about 20% dun sa national at mapupunta ngayon dito sa mga LGUs, hindi kaya magka-problema ang ating national government, when it comes to our fundings. Kasi po, out of that, so magiging 55, so 45%, So 45%, babawasan mo ng 5%, so magiging 40%. But out of that 40%, 11% po yan, automatic na napupunta po dyan sa debt natin servicing. Sa mga utang po natin, na kailangan po nating bayaran, napakalaki na po ng utang natin, di ba? Trillions na. I'm not so sure on how many trillions ang utang na po natin. Pero 11% of our budget, of all the funds na makokolekta ng ating gobyerno, napupunta yan sa ating debt servicing. So magkano na lang po ang matitira? So about 29% dito sa national budgeting natin. So sa 29%, yan po ang budget ng ating presidente. Meaning, well, hindi naman yung budget. Ibig sabihin, ang administration ni Bongbong Marcos. So, yan ang kanyang magiging budget. No? Ngayon, kung marami po siyang sinasabi, syempre, definitely, sabi nga niya, magiging 20 pesos na lang ang ating rice, di ba? Pinangako niya yan. So, lahat ng tao ngayon nagtatanong na, magiging 20 pesos na raw ba ang ating mga bigas? Of course, hindi naman yata natin magagawa yung 20 pesos not unless this is going to be subsidized, no? Kasi kung hindi, saan kukunin yung 20 pesos, ano yung ibabaksak natin sa ating, anong kikitain na ating mga farmers, di ba? So, hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin yon dahil talagang zero, wala nang kikitain talaga. You know, with the amount of fertilizers that is needed, pagkano na po ang fertilizers ngayon? Parang 2,000 something per sack ng fertilizers. And so, hindi po talaga maaari na ibaksak po natin ang presyo ng bigas. At ang magsasuffer po niyan ating mga farmers. So, I guess, ang naiisip ko rito, that it's going to be subsidized. Diba? So, saan kukunin? Diba? Yung isa-subsidize dito. At ilang percent na lang yun? 29%. And out of the 29%, at dami pa nating mga budgets na kailangan. Now, yung Mandanas ruling naman, isa rin sa magiging problema ng ibang ating mga LGUs because full devolution kasi ang mangyayari ito. Talagang kumbaga, okay, in-increase natin ang yung budget, but then we have to make sure na talagang yung devolution ng transition plan talagang mai-implement kasi otherwise baka na naman maano yan, manakaw na lang, di ba? But then sa mga LGUs kasi as we were saying in federalism, makikita mo, malalaman mo, may mga council dyan, makikita mo kung saan na pupunta yung mga budget. At hopefully, matranslate natin yun sa mga agriculture in a way, doon sa mga LGUs kasi karamihan dito sa mga provinces at least road to market, yung mga ganyan, will be able to, of course, yung ma-service natin yung ating mga taong bayan and also with health. And yan pa, yung mga sa Mandanas na yan, magkaroon din po tayo ng mga problema sa ating mga LGUs kasi kaya ba nila, no? With the additional budget of 15%. Kakayanin ba nila yan? We don't know. Makikita natin yan this 2022. So, napaka-importante. I was reading, I was watching one of those interviews of Isko. At sinasabi niya yung mga non-performing assets ng ating mga LGUs. Like for instance, what happened to Divisoria, alam natin, they explained that na kung bakit nila binenta kasi 20 pesos per square meters lang daw po ang nagiging rental out of the 8,000 square meters, 20 pesos lang. And that was like what, 25 years ago. And then nung kay Joseph Estrada, again, they renewed the contract for another 25 years. Sa 20 pesos pa rin per square meters. Is it 20 or 25? Not sure, but it's between that, 20 to 25 pesos per square. So, anong kinikita ng gobyerno ng Manila? Wala. Almost like, how many? 100,000 is not even, no? So 8 times 2. So, 160,000 for 8,000 square meters of prime land. So, tinatawag po nila na hindi siya non-performance. Ibig sabihin, what yung asset niya is advantageous, no, disadvantageous sa gobyerno ng Manila. So they opted to sell it, the council and then mayor opted to sell it, at kumita pa sila ng billion. Ngayon yung kikitain pa nilang billion na yon, napatayo pa nila ng mga ospital, and then at the same time parang yung asset na yon kasi may mga rentals, may property, merong of course taxes, may business taxes na mangyayari na mas malalaki na yung mga business tax na makukuha nila. So nagkakaroon ng performance yung kanilang yung mga assets. So I guess what I'm just saying do sa mga LGUs na mangyayari ngayon ay siguro pwede nilang gawin yun. At sinabi na nga, I heard in one of those I think I read in one of those articles na sinasabi nga nila na magbenta ang Pilipinas ng mga non-performance asset natin. Marami po yan. In fact, narinig ko na rin yan yun dyan sa cultural center na medyo, PICC and all of that. Malalaki po kasi yung ating mga lote dyan, and those are prime lot. At alam ko merong bumibili na niyan, at pero patatayuan pa nila ng bagong cultural center. Hindi po nila tatanggalin yung cultural center. They'll even do a better cultural center and all of that. No? Kaya lang, ima-maximize lang yung property, yung lot. So, meron po mga ganon, and I'm sure some other assets of the government na pwedeng ibenta natin. Now, but with that, kaya napaka-importante yung panukala ni Robin Padilla na federalism. Kasi napaka-importante po kasi with all those aspects, with what is happening, yung ating economics is yung ating FDI, yung foreign direct investment. Kasi yung marami pong highly restrictive po kasi tayo, no, when it comes to foreign investors. Actually, we are one of the top 3 or one of the top, basta nasa top 10 tayo in terms of restriction pagdating po sa mga foreign investments. So I guess with that, yung mga yung regulatory restrictiveness natin, medyo dapat ayusin po natin yan, kasi para medyo umusog-usog po yung ating ekonomiya, dahil napaka-importante po ng ating na in the next 6 years medyo hindi po natin kaya na umurong-urong yung ating ekonomiya. Marami po magka-suffer dyan, lalo na with what is happening now in Ukraine and Russia. Alam naman po natin na ang taas-taas ng gasolina, no? Affected po lahat ng ating mga, of course, yung ating mga bilihin, no? So with that, maayos sana natin pati yung foreign equity limitations natin, because yung equity foreign limitations natin is 60-40. So sino ba naman na foreign investor na papasok sa atin na 40% lang ang makukuha niya? I mean, siya yung magpuputap ng kapital and all, and pagkatapos 40% lang ang equity niya, and then at the same time kung may properties na mga bibilhin, 40% lang ang mapupunta sa kanya. So those are the restrictions ng mga sinasabi natin ng 1987 constitutions. Marami, especially when it comes to the foreign direct investment. Kaya hindi tayo nag-uso-uso. And then of course, yung pinag-uusapan natin, the high cost of electricity, di ba? So yung mga manufacturing companies, umaalis sila rito dahil napakataas po ng ating electricity. And hopefully somebody can address, hopefully Bongbong Marcos administration will be able to address that. Kasi naman yung father niya was the one who really wanted to create the yung Bataan nuclear plant na dapat sana matagal na yan. It is the same nuclear plant na nilagay nila sa Korea. Sa Korea, ilan na? I think, more than 10 nuclear plants na with the same model na ginawa sana nila dyan sa Bataan. But of course, Cory Aquino administration scrapped it and walang nangyari. But we paid for that. Bayad po yun. Binayaran po yun because there's a contract pero hindi nila tinuloy. So hopefully dahil that was one program of President Marcos then, Ferdinand Marcos, his father. It is a very good program actually para sa akin. I am for renewable, but at the same time, I'm also for nuclear. I think marami ang technology naman natin is so safe. Safe na po ang technology ng ating nuclear plant, if ever. So we're looking forward to that dahil taas po ng ating electricity at hindi po natin ako nagrereklamo rin ako sa ating electricity. Let's hope for all of those to happen, and then I wanted to find out kung sino pa yung mga tignan po natin kasi okay, let me okay. All right. So, hi, Brian. Oo. So, okay. Marami pa rin ako nababasa mga negative. Okay lang yan. God bless you. And dyan po tayo minsan nagkakaroon ng divisiveness kasi minsan talagang meron pong mga mga bashers that of course we know all those bashers na I'm sure hindi rin kasi sila masaya sa mga buhay-buhay nila. So, gusto lang nila damay. But that's okay. We're looking forward and, hindi man nanalo ang ating kandidato, but that's okay, that's fine. At sinabi nga niya sinabi po ni Isko na, to all his supporters na sinabi nga niya na let's all support the majority, nagsalita na ang taong bayan, and that's what we're supposed to do. And support the present administration, yung papasok na administrasyon ni Bongbong Marcos and ni Sara Duterte, at ating mga senador, suportahan po natin sila dahil tayo ay isang bayan, isang bansa. At we're all Filipinos. And so whatever will happen to our country, talagang lahat tayo maapektuhan. At yung po sanang yung mga hindi pa nag-concede, we'll pray na talagang, see the light of the day, na talagang mabigyan tayo ng liwanag. At makita natin na talagang kailangan natin, tapusin na po natin ang bangayan dito sa eleksyon, tapos na ang eleksyon, nagsalita na ang taong bayan, and so let all support the present administration. Huwag na po tayo sumali sa mga protesta. Let's give this coming administration a chance. Tapusin na po natin at huwag na mo po, as I was saying kanina, kaya ko sinasabi yung mga papasukin ng ating itong ating presumptive president, marami pong mga problema na kailangan ayusin. So wag naman po tayo masyadong critical in a way na bigyan natin siya ng chance. Wag naman yung the first 1 or 2, 3 months nagkikriticize na tayo dahil medyo mahirap po yung mga papasukin niya. And hopefully, mabigyan po siya ng talagang wisdom na makapili ng mga tamang cabinet members niya, yung mga kabinete niya dahil napaka-importante po yun kasi kung sino yung mga gagabay sa kanya pagdating sa mga desisyon. So we welcome also dun sa of course kay Sara Duterte being I think she's being eyed for the Department of Education at I'm sure marami siyang magagawa dyan sa DepEd at kailangan natin yan. At sabi nga ng father ko, he was telling me, yan ang isa sa pinakamalaking budget sa atin. Yan ang pinakamalaking budget na nakukuha. So definitely, I am sure Vice President Sara Duterte will, magagawa niya ng maayos yan. So, yes, hanggang dito na lang po tayo. And thank you. We'll see you again next Sunday. And please kalmado lang tayo. And let's pray for our next administration. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.